everyone, and welcome to Test Run. I am your host, Code Marvelous, and today I am again joined by Grayson, otherwise known as Mordeqai.
Hello.
And we are going to be taking the most recent iteration of Giant Dad for a spin. Let's see if we can get ourselves an opponent and see how the whole thing works.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I shouldn't. I meant to spectate that. There we are.
There we go. Did it not work? It did not work. Okay, let's do it again.
Oh, it did reset.
Alright.
I'm just gonna stay out of it this time.
Alright, so let's get in there. Yeah, you could jump in. I just needed to shift refresh so I could get my interface to come up. I don't know how much you've watched the channel, but I have this video mode button that a friend of mine made where it enhances the user interface so it's more easily readable on camera.
Oh, I was actually wondering what that was.
Alright, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's toggle video mode, and let's take a look at our opening hand. Can you tell me how you feel about it?
This is not a great hand. You have Laguna, but you don't have anything to pay for what you draw with Laguna, so this is definitely a mulligan.
Alright.
It's a little bit better.
But we're up against the secrets within.
You're probably going to want to get the Astrolabe down quick, but I would draw once or twice.
So we
just
draw?
To see what you get. Yeah, draw again. You can throw out dice. You can throw out Underworld and then Astrolabe. You won't get the credit, but it'll be fine. Or that works. It's whatever. I don't think he's going to create a whole bunch of servers.
Gotta get that drip going.
Mm-hmm. ASAP.
Alright, so draw?
Yeah, just keep drawing. You can draw once more. And then Astrolabe SMC.
I know the shape of rigmarole.
Yeah. It's not complex. And then next turn, I don't know if you want to money up to get Magnum.
You are flying this jet. Yeah. I am a conduit.
We'll probably install Dad Folding here, so we want to draw first. Then gain a credit, clone ship folding. And then next turn we should probably go fish for Magnum. I don't know what he's doing.
We could be up against Trap Tenant. That would be something.
We'd have to find feedback first.
Alright.
I'd still just money up 3 times, SMC for Magnum, and click it once.
That sweet, sweet Mopus that we crave. But we've got some chunks of our engine here, and we've already got a decent amount of MU.
Getting Magnum early is really helpful. A lot of the games I struggle are ones where I can't find Magnum.
Yeah, that's usually pretty bad. So there's a future okay, so there's a Neural EMP and a Tori Hanzo in there. So we need feedback filter.
Just keep drawing, yeah. Draw.
Yay!
Oh yeah, feedback, data folding. Perfect.
Feels good.
We know we need to save that New Angeles now because he's got Data Raven, which means he's probably on Scorch.
What an interesting
which means
build.
We're probably fine.
Yep, there's the House of Knives.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, make that money for our eventual tapeworm.
Draw. No, draw again. Folding, and then Magnum.
What are we pitching?
Pitching the egrets. Because now if you can find one breaker, you can bust one ice remotes.
Oh, right, because we can clone it out.
Mm-hmm. It'd be nice if we could find a SatCon.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. We can run Archives, Tapworm, Solset, Populous Rally. And that'll get us online.
Okay, I'm sorry. So, you want me to run archives?
Yes.
Let's do that. There's shocks in there.
Let one fire. Just just let the damage go through. Oh, then let the other one go through. It doesn't matter now. That ruins that, so we can draw. Draw. Study guide.
Do you want me to get the tapeworm out?
Yes. You'll want to install study guide first.
Right.
Because that'll bring you down to 4 SMC. Yeah, you'll be fine. And even if he purges, we'll still be okay.
Gotta love them shocks.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I should have expected that. Yep, just goes through. That sucks. That sucks a lot.
I mean, I
There's
guess
no way
that's a
that's a
Ronin.
Ronin.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say that's not a Ronin, so we don't terribly care.
Yeah, just keep drawing. We're looking for Laguna. Draw once more. And Magnum. There's really no reason to install Laguna last click.
Yeah. Well, it's worth noting that we haven't lost anything mission critical yet.
Not at all.
So do we want to have a peace turn?
Yep, Peace Laguna. And Laguna. That's really good. I would just Magnum once.
Getting that money, getting ready to vamp.
These net damage decks through feedback can end up taxing a lot of credits.
Yeah. Well,
So it's generally good to money up first.
It's 3 each time. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot, yeah. Even just checking archives would cost us 6 right now, which is better than 2 net damage, but it's still a lot.
It's still not great.
Even if that's a future perfect, that's just okay.
Yeah.
I would run server 3 because he's probably getting cheeky with agendas at this point.
Do you want me to check it?
Yeah.
Show me that psychic field.
That would suck, but we can still live through it. Because now we're 12 credits ahead of him.
It's the other Jackson.
That's fine. Getting rid of 2 Jacksons is great.
Yeah, the getting rid of the double Jackson remove is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we still got 3 clicks left.
Laguna up.
All right, well, yeah, actually, I gotta wait for
Right.
the dialogue box to go away. So let's draw. Yay!
Satcon and then Shrike. And you can ditch the first levy.
Yeah, I feel good about how this is going.
I think we're in a really good spot. If that's a future perfect, that's much worse, but it's probably a reversed accounts maybe at this point.
What do you think, Tori Hanzo on HQ?
Yeah, but she's blank at this point.
Yeah.
Do we have New Angeles out? Or yeah, no, that got damaged. That's
banned.
bad. We can keep drawing up. Once more.
We got the other levy, which is nice.
I would do Dyson Satcon. And so here we can ditch the equivocation and one of the piece Price of Freedom. And then we'll just get that equivocation back with one of the levies.
Yeah. I do like the freedom that we're getting, right? It's removing a lot of pressure, having the 2 levies.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. I had to do it because of Potential Unleash just constantly sniping my feedback filter.
Yeah, that's fair. So what are we doing here?
We can still run archives and just eat the shocks maybe, or we can install SMC and run HQ. I think that's the better move.
Okay, so you want me to install SMC, check HQ?
Yeah.
Try to get some money spent.
He's got a DNA, that'll suck, but only once.
So, are we going through?
That's fine. You can let the trace fire too.
Yeah, if they want to vamp themselves,
Exactly.
we're certainly okay with that. All right.
Just keep going.
Do we
It's
want
gonna be a snare.
No, but that's a cerebral cast, which doesn't do a ton. Do we even bother trashing her?
No.
Okay.
Now we can SMC for the tapeworm.
We already have tapeworm.
Oh, we already do. Then we can do Dyson, remove a tag. Whoops.
It's okay. We have got a lot of money compared to our opponent.
It's still fine though because we know that's not Chrysium now, and we can pretty freely vamp.
Yeah.
In fact, once we get vamp, we should probably just play it.
It's also worth noting that our levies are super nutrient rich because so much of what we're in our deck goes on the table. So we're literally only recurring cards that are like limited use.
Yes. Server 5.
Which is a neat side effect. Like when you levy in a big rig deck, you're only getting back the disposables. You're not getting... Alright, so we're going to steal that.
Yep. I would just pay through the net damage with feedback. Draw. Oh, well, there it is. And then clone chip Satcon.
Nice. Because now we can just get equivocation out.
Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty untouchable at this point. The nice thing about trap decks with this deck is once you vamp someone to 0, usually you can run into anything else.
Right.
Because even like Junebug costs 1 to fire.
Right. You can be like, "What's this? Let's go take a look."
Mm-hmm.
And as long as it's not the elusive Ghost Branch, you're not gonna get hit with a trap.
And I've been hit by that once. It wasn't good.
No, it's not great. So they're doing a cerebral cast.
You can bid what you feel. I'm horrible at these.
I'm terrible. All right.
Take a brain. It doesn't matter. If he gets a levy, it matters, but that's fine. Maybe he didn't. Oh, just bid 0 and take a tag. Yeah. It's probably advantageous to install the equivocation with clone chip, overriding the SMC. And then throwing down levy. Cool. And now we can Beth and Laguna. And just Magnum, I guess.
And are we gonna pitch Laguna or Egret?
Laguna at this point.
Oh, we got to discard the 4.
Oh, right. Egret then.
We have so much money.
35, yeah. That's the best thing about this deck. You eventually reach a point where you just have, that's super bad. No, it would have been a turn earlier.
Yep.
That's bad. Getting Egret kind of sucks.
Do we want to go check server 6?
Film critic first.
Do we want to get Kuza down so we can't lose it?
You can clone ship film critic, then run, and that should be safe.
We can just take that the normal way.
Yeah. then Laguna up because you can ditch SMC now. Yeah, just ditch that in the Astro. We're still at 4.
Right, all that sweet brain damage.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like the rare decks where it actually causes the go wide, but with a runner.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bet 0, same as I always do. I guess
Just a brain, I guess.
we're just taking the brain.
Because he's got 2 Jacksons in the bin, so he can only do this so many more times.
Do we want to use feedback filter or just take it?
Just take it.
This is where the Ronin's gonna get flipped.
It's only 9 credits. I think we can run that now. We can draw first to see if we get new Angeles. Oh. Then I wouldn't run that, because if it's a price deck and he gets the vamp, that's going to suck. So I draw again. Underworld. And then Inkusa. And now you can drop the clone chip and probably a piece.
So much money.
Yeah, we're just kind of waiting for an opportunity at this point. If we get new Angeles, then we save 2 clicks from Data Raven and the vamp. And we can run into Price X pretty safely.
Alright.
Yeah, draw for the new Angeles. Again. Again. Hey,
Put it down?
yeah, new Angeles. So we can drop SMC, both the piece in our times, Laguna. Yeah, both the piece.
Alright. Now we're ready to do this party right.
Mm-hmm. We'll vamp, run both the servers, and then start milling off of R&D.
This is crazy.
It's a big board. What? No, there's no reason.
We could get hit with a Philotic here. Oh, right, we can just prevent
Just
it.
play through it. Easy peasy.
Alright, so we're going on the murder
Vamp.
train to Vamp Town, right?
Yep, first click. Let's see what happens. Yeah, let it fire and just prevent it. At this point, we have to prevent pretty much every damage because we have our last levy in our hand.
Yep. I mean, we're rich.
Yeah. Easy peasy. A lot of times, if it's especially a barrier, they just don't even res.
Yeah, because
Or another data mine.
Yep.
That's fine too.
We still, just have like literal mountains of money.
Yeah, 38's quite a bit. I played a couple games against Will Brown specifically where I've had upwards of like 80 to 90 credits. Oh, that's fine. Still vamp him to 2. Or to 0.
Alright.
Run server 1 to see if it's an agenda. If it is a ghost branch, this is going to be the coolest thing ever.
It's a psychic
Oh.
field. We pay 0. Okay, we don't trash it because we don't care.
No.
And then
Slums?
slums. Yep.
Yeah, to get rid of the ethics.
Then into server 2 we go.
Mm-hmm.
Feedback filter really is just good for what
Yeah.
ails you.
It's like I was saying, it's the linchpin versus a lot of Jinteki decks.
Because we just turn our superfluous amounts of money into just an armor shield. So let me get Saul set in here.
Yeah, because with your full drip, you're negating 2 to 3 net damage worth of damage every turn.
And then we'll trash the Hokusai grid, right?
Yeah.
But we don't really care about Tori.
Tori's blank.
Yeah. And that's our turn, and we're sticking to it. And we have 17 credits, and they have nothing.
Yeah, we can just run R&D
And just
4
mill them
times a
out.
turn.
Yep. All right, let's do it.
You don't even have that much to fear. Like, he only has 3 credits for snares. There's at least 2 shocks in the bin. Nothing bad's gonna happen. And Kusa.
Match a strength of ice ball, break a barrier subroutine, add barrier to HQ. Let's reveal it. Yeah, you could draw that.
Yeah.
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 Trash it.
Slums that.
All right, we go again.
Mm-hmm.
Force the corp to draw a psychic field. We
Oh.
access Future Perfect. Oh, shit. I meant to
I think
do
you can.
so.
If you close prompt, and you can still host. I'm not sure.
Yep.
Oh, there. That works. You'll have to jack out. It'll double trigger.
Oh, did I break the game?
They're probably still in the side window. So now you should be good.
All right.
There we go. I would Laguna, just in case they got something weird. And then just Magnum.
Things
Oh,
are...
shit. I forgot about that. Populous.
Sometimes you gotta go long game. This is just this is just so rough for our opponent.
It's really difficult. A lot of times you just wait until they try to score and then stop them from doing that.
What I have found a lot of times with this deck is, or any of the analogs that you and I have been testing, is that once I actually do the thing, people just quit.
Yeah, there's a lot of concessions right after Vamp.
Right, and it's not even necessarily people being bad sports. It's just that they just don't have an out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what are we doing here? Are we just pounding R&D more, or are we getting the Future Perfect off of there?
One of those is probably a Psychic Field, so we can run R&D. Or no, we want to move from Critic and then run R&D. Because worst case, it's a Brain Trust.
We're at 6.
Win game.
We're at 6 agenda points, so anything we hit is an instant end of game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's game.
That's game.
Good game.
Well, that went pretty well.
Yeah. But it showed off. I actually like that we were up against a net damage deck, even though it was obviously a more kind of unique build, because it showed how you have to play slow and careful, protect your pieces, put things down in the right order. It was a good showcase of how the deck tries to play long and invalidate people's strategies.
Yeah, it felt good, and Feedback Filter does invalidate a lot.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good card.
I think he prevented like 25 damage or so that game.
Yeah. And it's worth noting that one of the biggest things with this deck that you mentioned on a couple of turns is like not installing expensive stuff at the end of the turn. I
Hmm.
noticed a lot of people when I watch them try to play this build, they're just like, and I install 4 things, and I install 4 things. And then I'm like, and then you're crippled. You want the corp to know that you could threaten if you wanted to. If you
Yeah,
just keep breaking your back every turn, they know that there's nothing you can do to really interact with them.
yeah. Uh, and if you can just get Magnum down and hover at around like 15 credits or so, then it's scary enough that you're going to throw down an SMC and run a one ice server where you can prevent that sort of rushing pretty easily.
Right. Yeah,
Not
because
against HP. HP is pretty tough, but pretty much everyone else you can get through pretty easily.
yeah, I mean, we're still Shaper, so one SMC and money is entry to any one ice place.
Yep.
But yeah, Grayson, thank you very much for showing me how to pilot the deck. You gave me a lot of insights into how to have my mindset going while I'm building up towards the flip. I feel like now, looking back on it, I was flipping the switch on the vamp a little too early. You wait till a lot
Mhm.
more of a credit advantage than I usually did. So I feel like maybe that was my mistake because then I wasn't able to respond with as much power after the vamp as we were able to here.
Yeah. After the vamp, you still need enough to trash everything that's on the board, get through to R&D consistently, and
Right,
make sure you're just generally set up.
right,
I usually wait until it's pretty much game point. Usually they're at 5 or 6 points, 5 or 6 agenda points by the time I vamp.
right. And then you just go for the lock.
Yeah, and if you can SMC a clock, then there's very little they can do.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on. As I said earlier, it's Mordeqai with a Q is Grayson on Netrunner DB. There's a lot of really interesting builds. I don't know if this particular version is published yet, but the earlier version certainly is, as well as some of your other corp decks and some other things. Check it out. There's some good stuff there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me, Dan.
Thanks very much for coming on. And yeah, you get somebody's got to keep Will Brown on his toes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I just think it's so interesting that like the murder meta of the Midwest, and it's just like a big contributor to that is just like Will Brown's just like, let me put every green kill card into a deck, and I will just play this and get like become the master of meat damage.
Will Brown is extremely persistent, and I think that's what we all love about him.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah,
He's always a joy to play against.
he is a joy to play against. You just have to understand like his personality. But like
Yes.
he's on straight murder all the time, so people lose very abruptly to him and get very salty
Yeah.
because he has every murder card. Like when he came on my channel with the Force of Will deck, and I'm like, you have like literally every active Wayland kill card in this deck. He's like, yup.
Yeah. No, he goes all in, and I like that.
Yeah, it's good. But yeah, thank you very much. It's a great deck. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely a good mental exercise if you've never played this type of slow play Shaper or slow play any runner. It's a really good mental practice in patience, understanding your tempo, and knowing when to start controlling the game. It's good. And until we see you all again, always be running. Unless you're playing this deck, of course, in which case you only run like
Never
8
be
times.
running.
Yeah, never be running. Have a good one, everybody.